Welcome back to Gold Price. This is the Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop and I am very impressed by it, not just for the specs, but for the price and for the gaming performance. So without further ado, let's dive into the details. Retailing at Rm6,399, the Nitro 5 with me here comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H mobile CPU and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 mobile GPU. This is the second highest spec unit. The highest spec model retails at Rm8,999 and it has an AMD Ryzen 9 5900HX mobile CPU and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 mobile GPU. The Nitro 5 comes with a tactile full-size keyboard with RGB backlight. It's so easy to get around in the dark and it's comfortable to press. The 165Hz Quad HD screen with 3 milliseconds response time and IPS panel is simply amazing, not just for gaming, but for work as well, as the colors are already good out of the box. With 16GB of 3200MHz DDR4 and 512GB of NVMe SSD storage space, the Acer Nitro 5 is certainly not going to hold you back for work and play. The Nitro 5 has two M.2 slots and even a slot for an additional drive, with the upgrade kit being part of the bundle. The cooling system of the Nitro 5 is great. It has two fans that pushes air out of 4 vents, of which 2 are located at the rear and 1 on each side. I like this configuration as the distribution of heat output makes it more comfortable overall, not like a hairdryer warming your hand. The Acer Nitro 5 comes with the Nitro Sense software. It allows one to control fan behavior, monitor temperature, adjust the audio output, and configure the keyboard behavior. The Nitro Sense provides 4 modes of cooling. You can max out the performance, or you can set it to auto and let the system decide. Enable the Cool Sense in auto mode for a little more aggressive cooling than default. However, this means that you get slightly better cooling but at the compromise of a slightly louder fan noise. Custom mode is, as what the name says, customize the behavior. For those of you wanting numbers, here's the performance I get when I tested out the various fan configurations that are available. Frame rate maintains at 83 frames per second for Unigine Superposition 1080p high benchmark, while the difference is in the CPU and GPU temperature. I also tried gaming on the Nitro 5 with Apex Legends, and this is the reading I recorded through the gaming session. When the Nitro Sense software is running, it also takes note of the CPU and GPU temperature as I was gaming away. Speaking of gaming, next up I'm showing you actual Apex Legends gameplay recorded when using the Nitro 5. Keep your ears perked and you could hear my voice in some parts as I use the microphone on the Nitro 5 to communicate with my teammates.
Spotted one. Close. Beginning ring countdown. Enemy. Recharging. Target over there. Arc star. Spotted one. Replicators on the way, amigos. Reloading. Spotted the subject. Enemy that way.
You are the Apex Champions.
Let's talk about gameplay. Now it has a 165Hz refresh rate monitor, but that doesn't mean you need to hit 165 FPS to enjoy your gaming session. For example, Apex Legends. It is a demanding game. I had to lower the resolution to 1080p, and even so, I can't maintain above 100 FPS all the time. Even so, I enjoyed my gaming session. So if you're playing games like, say, Valorant, CSGO or Dota 2, hitting that 165Hz refresh rate is a lot easier. And Look at the screen. It's a 15.6-inch screen, so even if you lower the resolution to 1080p, it's still really sharp. It's still that good to enjoy. Now let's talk about other performance, like the AMD Ryzen 5 5800H. Based on my comparison to the Ryzen 7 5800X, it seems that the mobile version does a good job. It cannot match the performance of the desktop version, but doing 3-minute length 4K videos in about 5 minutes is really good. From what I see, the Ryzen 7 5800H is more like the desktop Ryzen 5 3600. It uses more cores to make up for the lack of speed that is due to the limited power and cooling available. As for the RTX 3070 mobile, the performance is slightly behind that of the desktop RTX 3060 and the gap varies from title to title. Running the Acer Nitro 5 on battery isn't a good idea. After all, this high-specs machine could deplete the battery in under 2 hours, and coming in at 2.2 kilograms, it's quite a beefy laptop to carry around. The audio output, or should I say the volume of the Acer Nitro 5, is probably the only shortcoming of the product itself. When I play games like Apex Legends, I'm actually kind of blind because I don't hear the direction or even the footsteps of enemies close by. It's that soft. And that aside, when you are playing using the audio of the Nitro 5, the audio itself is contending with the sound from the cooling system. You have to bear that in mind. So if you're an esports player like me, use a headphone. And if you want to enjoy your other games, single player games, yes, use a headphone too. It's unfortunate that that is the one thing that the Nitro 5 did not do well. Connectivity wise, it has an Intel wireless Wi-Fi 6 AX200, it has killer E2600 gigabit Ethernet, it has Bluetooth, one USB 3.2 Gen 2 port, two USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, one USB Type-C port, and one HDMI output. Lastly, the power draw. The wall draw reading for the Acer Nitro 5 is 92 watts when idle, 125 watts when the CPU is at full load, and 180 watts during gaming. Alright, that's it for this review of the Acer Nitro 5. Definitely an awesome gaming laptop, and I'm giving it a gold badge. That's all for this one. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and bye bye.